Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today's video is all about this look, and as always, without wasting time, let's get right into the look. So I'm starting off with my NYX Shine Killer primer. I love this primer, especially during summer when it's very hot. I like using this primer. And as we go on, guys, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a video. Also comment below what other kind of videos you'd like to see from me. So immediately after my primer, I'm going ahead to apply my translucent powder, and this also helps to absorb oil because I'm very oily, especially in my T-zones. So I use translucent powder to absorb these oils so that I can help to control them throughout the day. And today I'm also trying a new foundation. I picked up two samples from the House Labs foundation, and it's the shade 530 and 500 if I'm not mistaken. And to be honest with you guys, either of them can easily work for me because it is just so perfect. But today I did mix both shades, and I really love this foundation. It is lightweight, it feels like skincare. That was my first impression when I applied it on. It is medium coverage, but I feel like you can always build it up if you want like a fuller coverage, but this was just perfect for me the way it was, and it's 100, like 10 on 10 for me. I'm following up with my L'Oreal Paris concealer. I'll put the shade on the screen or in the description box for you guys, but I'm using this dark shade to like contour my face, of course the forehead, because we want to snatch it. If you have a big forehead, contouring your forehead helps to like kind of mimic a smaller forehead. So after my contour, I'm going in with my cream blush, and I'm using this beautiful blush from Danessa. This is very pigmented, and I love this blush, guys. One thing I've been doing is mixing my blush, and it is beautiful. So I'm adding this e.l.f. liquid caramel blush on top, and you guys will see it for yourself how beautiful this looks. So once I'm done blending the side, I'm going to show you guys. So this is like two blushes, and this is just the Danessa on the other side. And of course, what you do on one side, you want to do on the other side of the face as well. So I'm just mixing these two blushes, and I really love what it looks like. And after my blush, next is my concealer. I've been applying my foundation contour, blush, and then concealer, and it's been working so well for me. So of course I'm just applying that, and then I'm blending it in. If you can tell, I'm going back and forth with my beauty blenders to just make sure that everything is blended seamlessly. And I'm starting with my chin, mustache, nose, and whatever is left on my beauty blender is what I'm using on my forehead. Like I said, I have a big forehead, so I'm using just a little bit of concealer on it because I don't want to like make the forehead even more bigger. And the last part that I'm blending out is my under my eyes. Just take your time to blend your base, because your base is exactly what your makeup is going to look like at the end of the day. You don't want to go ahead and set whatever has not been blended properly. So you want to make sure you're taking time to blend in all your cream products. As you can see, perfect job, well done. And before we go ahead to set, you want to make sure there's no under eye creasing. I'm using my setting powder here to set my face. So I'm actually setting all the contour areas first, and then after setting the contour areas, I'll be going in with the face powder to set my entire face. And I'm using my Makeup Forever press powder. I'm going to use this to set my entire face, and then guess what, I'll be back to set my face one more time, and this time around I'll be baking. So I'll go ahead and I'm actually using the same setting powder. This is the Huda Beauty loose setting powder. I mixed the shade Blondie and Cinnamon together. They work perfectly for me. So I'm just going back with the same powder I used to set before to bake my face. And I'm going now to draw my brows. Very simple, very easy. I'm using a brow pomade. I'm just like filling in my brows, and then at the end I'm using a brow gel. And to set my nose contour, I'm using the SEPHORA's powder in the shade Sienna, and I'm dusting off all the excess powder on my face. And for my eyes today, I'm using this Spice eyeshadow from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this eyeshadow. It's the first time that I used it in this video. So I'm just blending in that brown shade till I'm satisfied with what it looks like, and then I'm going in with this beautiful shimmer shade on the eyeshadow palette. I really love it. You guys can see my reaction. So I'm just patting that on my eyelids. I actually went ahead with the brush to also make it look seamless. This is so funny, but this is actually the only way I can apply my eye pencil. I've tried, and that is what works for me. And mascara, lashes, and then now I'm setting my contour, and after that I'm also going to set my blush. Everything you do with your liquid products, you want to do with your powder product. And with my blush, I'm also using two blushes today. The first blush was the Sephora's blush you guys saw me apply, and I'm applying this Morphe blush directly on top, and you guys can see the difference. This is a sign to start mixing your blushes if you haven't already started doing that. And I'm going back with the same eyeshadow palette. I'm using that shade for my inner tear dot, and then of course mascara in my bottom lashes, and at the end setting spray. Now this setting spray, I don't even know how to describe the smell, but I was literally like choking. I was almost passing out. But yeah, so this is the look. And lastly, it's time for lip combo. I love a good lip combo. I'm using powder on my lips to just make sure that everything is dry and beautiful, so that the lip liner can glide on very seamlessly. I'm using my MAC lip liner, and then I'm going over that with a black lip liner. If you want a perfect nude lip combo for a dark skin girl, try mixing brown and black lip liner together, guys. It works always. And I'm using this cream lip stain from Sephora's collection, and I'm topping that up with my Maybelline Lifter gloss in the shade Amber. This is a very beautiful peachy nude lip gloss. And of course I'm using my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Heat, the brown, I've forgotten the shade. I'm using that over my lip liner, and this is what it looks like. And I went back, I was finished, but I just wanted to add like a little brighter powder under my eyes, so that's exactly what I'm doing. And this is the finished look, guys. This was very simple, and I promise you, if you follow this routine, you're gonna get exactly the same result, if not even more beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, and also to leave your comments on what kind of videos you would love to see from me next. And until my next video, bye my loves. Mwah.